Good afternoon. How are you? You're not going to respond because I'm talking to myself in my house. I'm doing a really casual filming setup, as you can see today. I'm just sitting here in my kitchen talking to you. There's this crazy light behind me that we're not using, but it's just being crazy in the corner. It's all fine. Letting it go. So for today's video, I thought I'd just do a quick little Q&A. Have them written here on this card. Pulled these directly from my DMs. People asking me questions. Let's just start out the gate. What kind of underwear do you wear during workouts? I love that people ask me these questions because it means that we feel like we're friends, and I like that. Truthfully, I'm kind of a commando girl. Like, kind of in life, but always in workouts. I do not like wearing underwear during a workout. It feels weird. Your tights like rub against underwear. You also either have like perma wedgie with a thong, or you have like underwear lines. I'm not trying to have my butt be in quadrants. We're already working on it, just being two separate butt cheeks. I don't need it to be four butt cheeks. So I don't wear underwear. I know that's like a sensitive topic for people. People like to wear underwear during working out. Personally, I'm not a fan. Next question. Best self-help book or best book that's helped you in your career was one of my questions. And so a book I read every single year, I've read it for the last, I'd say 4 or 5 years. I reread it, is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I'm obsessed with that book. I'm obsessed with Dale Carnegie. His whole kind of mantra and his whole thought process is just so genius. So I highly suggest, if you're going into business or you just want to understand people a little bit better, that you check out that book. Of course, I love anything by Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins is a genius, and you know, he's built this incredible powerhouse brand. So I love him. And then I also really like Brené Brown. Her book, Daring Greatly, changed my life. I highly, 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 highly suggest it. Give it away. Like, buy 10 of them and give them away to your friends. Seriously, if you're thinking about buying the book, buy 2. And because you're gonna wanna give it away because it's gonna change your life. So those are some book recos. What do you do when you're the only single one of your friends? Fucking enjoy it. Oh my gosh. Like, seriously, when you're in a relationship, I mean, you're happy, but then you look at your single friends and you're like, oh, they're having so much fun. So at least, you know, be the single friend that's having fun. There have been many times in my life where I've been the single friend and I have the best time. So just don't focus on your singleness in relation to other people's relationships. Focus on your singleness and that you're having a good time, what you're doing to develop yourself during that time. And also, like, it shouldn't really matter how you are in relation to them. It is about how you are in relation to yourself. So really just make sure you're working on yourself and go out and have fun, meet people, like, relish this time because it's maybe not forever. And if it is forever, great. I can guarantee some of your non-single friends are jealous. Not that that's the goal, but just try to enjoy whatever stage you're at, whether that's in a relationship, married, single and preferably single. Yeah. What would you do if you weren't doing social media? Well, I wasn't doing social media for a long time. I've only been doing this for about 2.5 years. And the first year of that 2.5 years, the first really 2 full years, I was running my own event planning company. So I love event planning. I love being an entrepreneur. I would definitely be doing that if I wasn't doing this. I still have a passion for it. I just really felt like you can't do multiple things well. You have to really put your focus behind something. So my focus was on my social media presence and growing my personal brand. And so I put a break on event planning. I think, you know, if this doesn't work out or if, you know, I feel like going back to it at some point. I still have the company and I can jump back in whenever I want. The next question was, are you still an event planner? So I am in my heart and as a business owner, still an event planner, but I am not currently planning any events because I'm trying to do a lot of other things, like write a book and a podcast and grow a personal brand and be on social and change the world and maybe run for political office. You never know. Next question. What is your favorite body part on someone of the opposite sex? I mean, if I was being like very fair, it would be like, I don't care. I just want a good heart. And like a good heart is great. But also, I really like a guy with good arms. Tall with good arms. Is that a thing? I don't think we should be singled out by our body parts, or like, I don't think we should like pick each other apart. Just like, I don't want to be picked apart for my body. But I totally like arms. Like a good, strong hug. Lady boner. I have 2 more questions. These are short. What's your biggest pet peeve? Okay, I have 2. I have 3. The first one is people that crunch food. Like the sound of someone chewing crunchy food is so difficult to handle. It makes me, like, you thinking about it right now, I have the chills. And like, most of the time it doesn't affect me, but it's just in a quiet room, you start to focus on it and then it gets louder and louder. And then you can't hear anything but the crunching. Ice is the worst. I used to date someone that used to chew ice all the time and it would drive me crazy. Another thing, I don't like when people clip their fingernails and toenails around me. It's gross. I think mainly because I was one time walking down the street in New York, and I was walking in Greenwich Village, and it was summer, so I was wearing sandals, and there was this old lady sitting on her stoop. She's sitting on her stairs of her stoop, and she's clipping her toenails, and I was like, oh, that's so nasty. And then all of a sudden, I hear this one fateful clip, and a giant toenail slides through the air into my sandal. There was an old lady's toenail in my sandal, and then I couldn't get my sandal off, and the toenail was just stabbing my foot, and I was like, this is actually my nightmare. This is the worst thing that's happened to me. So definitely that. Clipping toenails and fingernails is just gross. And then the last thing is when people don't put the freaking toilet paper on with it going out. They go under. Like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Where were you raised? In a barn? Okay, next topic. Last question. Do you have any weird habits? I probably have a lot of weird habits, to be honest. I probably have hundreds of weird habits. I probably have hundreds of weird habits, but I think one thing that's really strange, someone called me out on it the other day. I don't breathe when people are really close to me. Like when someone's going in for a hug, I never breathe in. I never am like, I always hold my breath because I don't want to accidentally smell someone that smells bad. Like every time I get in an Uber, I get in and I try not to breathe out of my nose. I try to breathe through my mouth and then slowly adjust to the smell. Another weird part of this is when I walk down the street and I see someone coming close to me, I won't breathe in as they pass me because I don't want to get the behind current of their smell. I'm aware this is very strange and I should probably start breathing air like a normal person, but for now, I'm gonna stick with that's my weird habit. I feel better. I got all that stuff out of the way. You guys feel better? All right, I'm gonna go. Hope you guys have an awesome day. If you have any other funny questions, weird rapid fire questions, I think I'll do a rapid fire Q&A next time. So if you have something funny or insightful or something you've just always been dying to know, put it in the comments or DM me on Instagram. All right, bye guys. Hope you have a great day.